What's up? How you doing? This is how I'm shooting the whole. I can't. Okay. How you doing? My name's Mike. It's good to see you on this nice sunny day. Beautiful weather outside. For once. Today I want to talk about something that has become like more and more relevant as time goes on for me. And it's just this idea that the process is more important than the destination. That sounds pretty good. Hold up, that sounds pretty good. Let me take this off real quick. But basically it's just this idea that once you get to where you're trying to be, that's it. You're there. That's your end goal. But the way that you get there, the steps that you take, and the things you learn along the way, those have a much more lasting impression on you, as well as your future decisions and your future goals. Yeah. I guess one example I would give of that is a more literal example of traveling. There's a lot of different ways to travel. And it really just depends on where you're trying to go and what you want to see, how much money you have, your budget, so on and so forth, right? But when I was younger, and our family would travel to Belize, we didn't go by plane, we went by car. Because for those of you who don't know, I mean, you can literally just drive south through Texas, through Mexico, and then through to Belize. So you cross like 2 borders. And this would be like a multiple day trip of just all of us sitting in a car. It was me, my dad, and then like four of us kids. So it was like 6 of us total. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes we have more, sometimes we have less, but on average it was like 6 people in a car. And whenever we knew we were going to Belize, it was always, okay, what snacks are you going to take? What movies are you going to take? What entertainment are you going to take? What pillow are you going to take? What blanket are you going to take? Those are like the big 5. And if you didn't have that worked out, come time to leave, you were out of luck. Because that meant you didn't get to watch your favorite movie, or you didn't get to eat your favorite snack, or it meant you had the lumpy pillow instead of the nice pillow, or you had the scratchy, like kind of wool-like blanket instead of like the nice soft ones. And then of course there was the decision of who's going to be in what part of the car. And we always reserved the back seat for whoever was going to sleep. So that was kind of a given. But the point is, because we were driving, the things that we thought were important to prepare for that trip changed completely. Right? And on top of that, when we were traveling, we had like a sightseer mentality where we're driving through all these different states. Even when we were in Texas, I remember there were days where we were in Texas and we had to stay the night and it was like 120 degrees outside. Like, these are memories that I had that I would have never formed had we just had we just flown over to Belize or something like that. I remember one time we were in Mexico and we stopped. Every time we drove to Belize and we were in Mexico, every chance we got, we would buy carne asada and pollo asado. Those were like our 2 big, every single time, those are the only 2 things that we would eat. Or we would stop by the people selling fruit on the side of the street. They'd sell green guava with salt, lime, pepper, and what's the seasoning? Tahini, right? And you would eat the green guava and put whatever seasonings you want on it, things like that. Like, those are the memories that we had. Those are the experiences that we had. And I remember those are some of the best memories that I had of the Belize trips. Wasn't even being in Belize. It was the trip to Belize. And it was playing games in the car with, the family and watching movies. We'd always pick bad movies because we could laugh at them. So we'd pick bad movies, and then they doubled. So you could either watch the bad movie to laugh at it, or you could watch the bad movie to fall asleep, right? So it's dual purpose. So all kinds of movies, all kinds of games, this, that, just everything. And there's one memory that sticks out to me is when we were in Mexico, we stopped at the side of the street at a vendor. It was late in the afternoon. And she was cooking, I don't know what she was cooking, but she was cooking it all in a big pot. And I remember we were by the coast and a blue crab was walking like close by to where we were sitting. And I forget who, someone grabbed it and put it in front of her and said, "Can you cook this for us?" And she goes, "Sure." So she kills it in front of us, cleans it, rinses it out, and throws it in the pot with all the rest of the food. And we had crab, with the rest of our meal. Like, those are the kind of things that you just never would experience. Just hopping on a plane and flying into Belize. Yeah, sorry, I'm just like sitting here with my feelings and my memories right now. But yeah, I vividly remember those trips. Vividly. What I don't remember so vividly are the trips where we would fly in, because we'd have to wake up super early, like 3 a.m, earlier than anyone should ever be up, right? Go to the airport, go through, security, TSA, showing my passport and my identification like 30 different times, showing my boarding pass. Then we flew into Texas, and there was a layover. Then you did a layover in Texas, and you flew into Belize City, and then you had to get picked up from Belize City, and no one really wants to be in Belize City. So you're just trying to get out of there as soon as possible. So we're in Belize City, but we don't really want to be there. And we want to get food, but we're so tired from the trip that we're just like, nah, let's just go. We'll deal with it. We'll get food later. Then we finally get into where we want to be, and we're so tired from all the traveling that we just crash. Then the next day, you have like a travel hangover. That's a real thing. You have like a travel hangover, and you just don't feel like doing anything. You're so mad about everything you went through the last couple days that you just don't let yourself enjoy the fact that you're in this other country, just in this beautiful place where you could be enjoying yourself. You're just so butthurt over the process. You're so mad about what it took to get there that you don't enjoy it once you're there. So, I hope this is making some kind of sense, because this applies in a lot of different ways. I think that as people, we're always drawn to what's the best way to do something, what's the fastest way, what's the most efficient way, what's the this, what's the that. It's very easy to get caught up in this mentality that there's good and bad, and that's it. There's nothing really in between. But I truly believe that enjoying the steps that are getting you to what your destination is makes reaching your destination that much better. And even if you're in a bad spot in life, let's say, God forbid, you're like an alcoholic and your goal is to become sober. If you go to rehab and you hate it, you hate every single day that you're in rehab, whether it just be because, withdrawal, or because of the people that you're with, or just because of the way that you feel, it's going to be difficult. I feel like it's going to be difficult to stay sober, because the experiences that you associated with becoming sober are so negative that even when you are sober, it's easy to question if it was worth it. I have gone through similar things, not as far as sobriety is concerned, but I've definitely had experiences where I really want something and I work and I work and I work and I work for it, and I hate every single step that it takes for me to get there. And by the time I get what I want, I just don't even want it anymore. It's like, was it even worth all this effort? I get this little tiny medal for what? I put in all this work and energy for what? So I think it's important that we stop and just enjoy the process. Trust the process and enjoy the process. And I think that you'll find that not only will the process seem like it takes way less time, but when you do end up getting to your end goal, you can truly appreciate it and you can truly enjoy it. And the thing as well, those memories you gain along the way, the friends that you make along the way, the people that you meet, the things that you do, no one can take that from you. It becomes part of who you are. So just embrace it. Just embrace it. You're at where you're at. You're going to where you're going. Just embrace it. As long as where you're trying to be is positive, and as long as where you're trying to be is an improvement, whatever an improvement means to you, right? As long as it's an improvement, then allow yourself to enjoy the process. Or make the process something that you can enjoy. I think it's very important. Yeah. It's really nice, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on one sec. It's really nice out. Look at this. Look at these houses. License plate. Hold up. You know what? It's kind of nice out. But that's all I really had for today. I hope that you're enjoying your day. I'm on my lunch break, so I'm enjoying the process of being on my lunch break before I go back to work. Let me say that. Yeah, if this is something that you feel like you can relate to, or if it's something that you feel like you needed to hear, go ahead and tell me, like, what are you going through right now? And I guess, how can you try to make that a better situation for yourself? If you know someone who you feel needs to hear this kind of thing, go ahead and just send them the video. You know, sometimes you want to say something to someone, but you don't want them to like come at your life. Or it's like, hey, you should really not be doing that, but I'm not going to be the one to say it. Just send them this video. Let me say it for you. I'll take the heat. I don't care. But yeah, really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, have a good one.